Let's hear from a couple of other people. Why don't we go next to Colin from Oregon? Colin, welcome.
Hi, David. How are you? Thank you for having me on the air.
Pleasure.
I have a few questions. Oh, yes, thank you. I have a few questions to ask you, if that's okay.
Well, let's see what the first one is, and then we'll evaluate.
I'm curious about how you feel about the West Coast's relevance to politics.
Let me. So, do you mean just because with those three left-leaning states that are reliably left-leaning at the federal level, like, does it make a difference what happens in the states? Is that sort of what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah. So we hear. I know you live on the East Coast, or I know you're a world traveler. It's kind of remarkable, in my opinion. But we talk about a lot Ohio and Iowa and a lot of these caucuses, and we decide that these Midwestern states
Yeah.
really decide the bend and fold of which direction the federal court and the federal um, government leans. But the West Coast, so Gavin Newsom is making all these big appearances, but the West Coast also made claims saying, like, we're not going to corroborate with these states that are anti-abortion. We're not going to cooperate. Um, yeah, what do you think about that?
I think that the West Coast is relevant, and I have to, no offense to Washington and Oregon, but California is an absolute behemoth economically and culturally. And so, yes, I mean, you've got this state that is really like a country. It's got a larger population and a larger land area than many countries around the world. Running the state of California is a bigger job than running many countries, and that is of massive and significant importance. And so, I do think that, in particular, California. I'm not putting down Washington and Oregon, but it's such a behemoth that it is an economic leader. It is a cultural leader. It is also a media leader. And so I think it's of a massive consequence and impact.
So you think that and my next question is, do you really follow Western politics closely, or is it kind of on your sides more like, okay, I'll check that out every once in a while, or is it really important to you?
No, listen, I mean, I don't follow the internal politics of Oregon any more or less than I follow the internal politics of Indiana. Even though it's further away from me, I'm not following it less or more. It's just, I think people in my position, we tend to follow what's going on locally to us. And then the big flashpoints, and certainly Florida and California are two of those. And then people are kind of living lives. So, but it's there's no particular reason I'm not following Oregon politics. It's just I'm also not following North Dakota politics or Michigan politics.
Yeah, I just respect your opinion, and you're a political person. And Oregon's politics and Washington's politics, we if you haven't noticed, we kind of the governors came together and said, we are not going to cooperate with states that are going to persecute people that come to our states to seek abortions.
Yes.
Do you think that's going to strike some political strife? Is that going to cause some civil divide?
It is, and we're seeing it because there are states already thinking about responding to that by saying we are going to criminalize anybody who helps someone go to another state for an abortion that may be legal there. So that is becoming a fight.
It's really unfortunate.
It is.
That's all I have, David.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
Colin from Oregon, thank you so much for the call. Many good calls today. Many, I think is the right way to say it. I appreciate everyone who called in. I can't speak to anyone else today, but I will speak to more people very, very soon. Quick break and back after this.